last year we have seen the global struggle between freedom and autocracy intensify. In Europe, a nuclear-armed dictatorship launched full-scale invasion of a smaller democratic neighbor. In Asia, China stepped up its military provocations against Taiwan's democracy. Around the world, autocratic leaders continue to crack down on protest and dissent. But 2022 will also be remembered as the year democracies began to fight back. The democratic world has stood up for Ukraine, providing vast amounts of military aid. Political leaders have visited Taipei to show their support for Taiwan's democracy and the right of the Taiwanese people to decide their own future. Around the world, millions showed solidarity with the brave women and men protesting for their rights in Iran and Afghanistan. At this year's Copenhagen Democracy Summit, we will promote increased support for Ukraine to ensure that Kiev wins the war, but also to secure Ukraine's long-term freedom and security. We will debate the best way to counter an increasingly aggressive China, both its military provocations and its economic bullying. We will hear from business leaders on what companies can do to stand up for freedom, and from entrepreneurs on how emerging technology can help advance democracy. Most importantly, we will hear from inspiring democracy activists from around the world on how we can help support their fight for freedom. Uniting democratic forces to push back against authoritarianism was my ambition when I inaugurated the Copenhagen Democracy Summit 6 years ago. Since then, it has grown into the world's foremost event promoting an alliance of democracies. I'm proud to host the 6th Copenhagen Democracy Summit on May 15 to 16 at the Royal Danish Playhouse. I will be joined by leading figures from politics, business, media and activists working on the front line in the global fight for freedom. Join us. As the people of Ukraine know, freedom is not free. It's time for the democratic world to draw closer together to ensure the future is based on freedom, liberty and human rights.